Welcome to the fourth round of the Legacy Challenge. We are on the play. We don't know what the opponent is playing, but this hand, Acceleration, the entire Best Friends team, and Cradle? How could you ever mulligan this? Elves is so busted. Like, hands like this make you feel like you're the king of the world. And then your opponent shows you Chancellor. Oh, I totally forgot about that. It's like, this hand sucks. Yeah, but it's not really much you could do anyway. Like, at this point, you feel like he's gonna probably get you, like, on his first or second turn. So, what I'm gonna do here is, I think I'm just gonna play Dryad. No, yeah, okay, it makes sense. If I knew that he knew what I was playing, I would have played Dryad Arbor here. But since there's a chance that he will kill us on the first turn and we don't have to reveal that we are elves, we just lead on Misty Rainforest, and if he does something crazy, then we will just concede, and maybe he's gonna board in a different way, maybe even take out Elish Norn or something, but we will see. Remember, there's a Chancellor still, Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize on himself, and Reanimate on Chancellor. Nothing else we really worry about. So he's got Chancellor. Turn 1 Chancellor. How do you feel about our odds here? Certainly not so bad that we would give up, but like, how many decks can actually beat turn 1 Chancellor? If there's one deck, it's probably Elves. I mean, yeah, Sneak and Show, but if there's one fairish deck, it's probably Elves. So I decide to hang in there and just get the Dryad up on board. And now I think I actually make a mistake. I'm not gonna play anything here. Yeah, so it's on the next turn, because there's 2 Chancellor effects. So at this point, like, what is my game plan here? I realize, okay, I will take like 3 hits from the Chancellor, and then I wanna Green Sun Sunnet for Crater of Behemoth and get there. And regarding anything else, like him drawing Entomb into another reanimation spell, I don't care about that. That's not what's about to happen, because I'm not beating those draws. You're only ever playing to beat the draws that you can beat. And the draw that I'm trying to beat here is turn 1 Chancellor and then Hellbent for the rest of the game out of his side. So at this point, I'm just trying to be as mana efficient as possible and get as many creatures into play as soon as I can. And I'm pretty sure I'm making a mistake about that on the next turn, but I forget about the turn 1 Chancellor trigger. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do that. I should run out the Birch Ranger here, I think. I remember making a mistake like that recently. Because I think... I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, and Birchler is 3 mana, so if I cast Glimpse for 1 first, have it countered, and then play the Birchler Foot. No, actually, I felt it was a mistake at the time to cast it. I'm pretty sure I cast Birchler Rangers here, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, okay, see, yeah, that was the mistake. I end up casting Birchler Rangers, and then realized that I didn't need to throw out the Glimpse first, because I threw out the Glimpse because I wanted to get the Chancellor triggers out of the way, but then I realized, oh, I could have just casted the Birchler Rangers and not anything else and attacked for 1, which could have actually made a difference. Like, I don't know where I was with my head, like where I was thinking I need to sacrifice the Glimpse to Chancellor, but like the first Chancellor trigger, yeah, it's only for the first spell you play, but this is for every spell you play, it's not for the first spell you play. So I think I was... Yeah, casting a Glimpse here was certainly a mistake, because that way I don't get to attack with the Dryad Arbor, and with him down to 9 because of the Reanimate and the Thoughtseize, I felt that could actually make a difference in the long run. So here I'm just running out, the Heritage Druid, it's pretty much the same. There's a very small chance that you want to like cast Birchler Rangers as a 2/2, but yeah. At this point we might even just raise him with what's on board. We go down to 9, then we take him to 6. So we don't even need to get the Crater Hoof anymore at this point, which is one of the most interesting aspects of this run. Oh, I've watched too many speedruns. I've been watching a lot of AHEDQ lately, and yeah, they always keep talking about the run. And this certainly feels like a run against the Angel. So here I'm just trying to maximize the number of creatures that I have in play to eventually just raise him. And do I get the Wildwood Symbiote? I might. Oh, I'm getting... Okay, it makes sense. I'm getting Deathlight Shaman, I'm pretty sure. Or even Nettle Sentinel. I think this is the point where I might have realized, no, okay, Deathwatch Chain. Okay, so there's some insurance against him eventually drawing something, and I think I can actually afford that. Yeah, because I still get in for 2, and this way I get to kill him on the very next turn, which I might need to. Yeah, I think getting Deathwatch Chain is maybe not ideal. Maybe I really wanted to get Nettle Sentinel here, just because it attacks for more damage. Like, you could make a case for Deathwatch Shaman if there was a creature in the yard that I wanted to eat to get 1 more turn, because then that would put me to 11. But I think overall, I kinda don't hate getting Nettle Sentinel here. I mean, in the end, it probably doesn't matter. Say this stayed back and we had a Nettle Sentinel, then we attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess the one upside to Deathwatch Shaman is that it's able to beat something like a Blazing Archon, but that's like, I think less than 1 or 2% of these RB reanimated decks even have that in the 75. But yeah. We draw the Crowd of Behemoth. I think we might even be able to cast it, but there's really no need to, because we can just attack for the win. And if he ends up having, say, Collective Brutality... Yeah, actually, maybe we should have tried to beat Collective Brutality, thinking about it now. But I would think that if he had Brutality, he would have used Brutality on the Wirewood Symbiote on his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4... Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Ah, okay. So that's the, see, I was more involved when I made the play at the time. Had I gotten Nettle Sentinel here, I attack for 2, 4, 6, 7. So that still kills. Did he use Polluted Delton last turn? No. Okay. Basically, what it comes down to is that Deathwatch Shaman actually does 1 more point of damage than Nettle Sentinel, because Deathwatch Shaman first gets to attack, and then you get to untap it on your turn, and then you untap it on the opponent's upkeep, and then you activate it. So having Nettle Sentinel actually does more damage than having Deathwatch Shaman actually does more damage than Nettle Sentinel, while also having like the marginal upside of like probably being like good against certain niche draws that he could have. And also being able to do something in case he actually, like, we manage to put a creature into the graveyard, or he puts a creature into the graveyard. And we would need to interact with that. But here, we just attack. I think Deathwatch Shaman can attack. I wonder what I'm... Oh, I wanted to kill him on my turn. Yeah, that's fair. I guess doing it... Since he's completely untapped, there's no difference between doing it now or on his upkeep. So I probably should have attacked with Deathwatch Shaman here. But yeah, I think in the end I got a little bit... can't really say that this was improper play. Thinking about it, I actually like getting Deathwatch Shaman instead of the Nettle Sentinel because of the aspects that I mentioned. But I think Deathwatch Shaman should have attacked here, putting him down to 1. I mean, if he gets another turn and we don't kill him, then we're dead anyway. Maybe casting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe casting a Behemoth was actually the correct call here, which I should have done, in case he really ended up having Collective Brutality that for some reason he hadn't used right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think, yeah, looking back, I think we should have casted a Behemoth here. But you need to make some mistakes, otherwise you will never get better. If you're already perfect, you can never improve. That would be like pretty bad. Yeah. So guys, girls, see you next round. 4-0. Come on, let's do this. I'm stupid. This was just the first game. Now I have to splice the two together. There's another game coming up. You don't just like win 1-0 against the Black Red Reanimator deck and call it a day. It's like, okay, I'm out of here. It's over, right? So how do I sideboard? I bring in 3 Thought Seizers, 3 Surgicals, an Ooze, which puts us to 7, and also 2 Mindbreak Traps, because like I'll explain that in a minute. So we took out like all the long grindy game cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me check that. So we brought in 3 Surgicals, 3 Thought Seizers. Ooze. Oh, we don't have Mindbreak Traps. Okay, now it makes sense. Yes, so that makes it 7. I actually do bring in Mindbreak Traps if I have it against this kind of deck, because like what a Mindbreak trap does in this matchup is it usually stops the turn 1 kill, or kill. It usually feels like a kill if they get it. And that gives you some breathing room. Like, it's not that good on turn 2, but it still can catch something on turn 2, and it's usually pretty useless starting on turn 3, but it gets better on turn 5 and 6 when you can start hardcasting it again. But in this matchup, what I'm looking to do is to just like survive beyond the first turn, and probably also beyond the second turn if I can. On the draw, of course, it's super hard, but I just want to make sure that they don't get the crazy draw, so I get to untap Deathrite, and then we at least get to play the game. That's why I like Mindbreak Trap here, but since I don't have in the sideboard, we're not playing Mindbreak Trap here. So, let's look at the opening 7. Huh, interesting, I think. Oh, it depends on whether they keep 7 or not. I think if they keep 7, I might actually mulligan this, because like if Black-Red Reanimator keeps 7 post-board, you feel like they have it on the first turn. He mulligans to 6, which makes me feel I want to keep this. Yeah, I keep this. He mulligans down to 5. No, to 6. Yeah, now 5. And hopefully passes the turn. No Dark Ritual one time. Thoughtseize is okay. He will probably take our own Thoughtseize. I also like Reclamation Sage because they usually play like 3 or 4 Animate Deaths, and that like you will take all the outs that you can get in this matchup. Ah, so maybe that was the mistake I remember making a stupid mistake with Chancellor. I think I actually didn't see the trigger. Something was... Yeah, I think in this game I actually didn't see the Chancellor trigger. It's a bit weird on Magic Online if you're like distracted and you don't see the pop-up and you don't realize the 1. Then you run your Phantom Elves right into Chancellor. Did I even say something about it? No. Okay. Oh, this was like a no-talk match. Sometimes you want to talk with your opponent all the time, but this wasn't the kind of game where you do that. He takes out Glimpse, and so but he only has 2 cards in hand and no creature in the graveyard, so I feel like I'm just gonna probably run out Nettle Sentinel to attack him as soon as possible. I might even eventually just run out Reclamation Sage to start bringing the beats. I play the Verdant Catacombs because there's like Verdant Catacombs gets Dryad Arbor, which is like 1 power, where I said I played Reanimator, it's also 1 power, but then I couldn't get Dryad Arbor on the next turn. And here I'm really just maximizing damage. I'm playing Quirion Ranger and then Gaia's Krill, and I wouldn't be surprised if I also played Reclamation Sage, because our next attack is also going to shut him off from Reanimate. And since he's only on 2 lands, Reanimate might be what he needs to get there. Oh, okay. I'm banking on him not having Reanimate here. I mean, I couldn't now not Reanimate. So I'm playing it extra safe with the Reclamation Sage. It's only 1 point of damage, and I think it might not have changed the clock. 2, 4, 6 was... No, 2, 4, 6 versus 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, 6 or 7 doesn't make a difference here. So it's fine to keep the Reclamation Sage. And I'm going to run out the Glimpse because there's a chance that we draw out Surgical Extraction, which we might or might not need. Instead we draw another Glimpse. This would be catastrophic if he hits Elish Norn with Animate Dead. But it's just like, I really like drawing extra cards because the extra card might be just what you needed. Turns out if this guy is just what you needed, then you fucked up. But also like, there's also a chance that we get to kill him on the spot here with the Glimpse. So I really like doing that. And here we are going to untap our Nettle Sentinel by bouncing Dryad Arbor, replaying the Dryad Arbor, yada yada. You've seen that before. And now the game is actually over. The opponent mulligan down to 5 didn't really keep a very impressive hand. Like it often happens with Black-Red Reanimator, don't be scared of the matchup, seriously. Like, I think, like this list doesn't have Caracas, which makes it a bit more problematic. But if you have Caracas, I think Elves actually favored, which might be kind of crazy to think, but I do think that. If you don't have Caracas, you're probably not favored, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. So I really don't mind the matchup at all. And as you can see, you can even like easily, not easily, but comfortably beat turn 1 Chancellor. So now we got it, and I will see you in the next round. Is this 5-0 now? Yeah, no, it's now it's 4-0. So see you in the 5th round. Come on. 2 more rounds to go.